Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the action. It's 7 o'clock Central Time, or thereabouts. Ready to begin winner's side match on the gold side of the bracket. Gold bracket, the winner's side, the 2016 BCAPL Wisconsin State Championships. I'm Gennaro Vasquez. Welcome to the live stream from Chula, Vista Resort and Water Park here in Wisconsin, Dallas, Wisconsin. We're just about ready to get started here. We have Kaizer Kaufman against Tim Bird. Tim Bird and his partner finished high up in the Scotch doubles yesterday. Kaizer Kaufman coming in. Looks like he's ready to break here. Virtually a dead even heat to the finish according to the FargoRate system. You see Kaizer has just a titch more of a chance according to the Fargo rating system. Let's see how it plays out on the table. Wow, what a break that was. He hit those balls solid, and cue ball stopped pretty much dead in its tracks. Got kicked a little bit over to the side here, but these solids are looking pretty good. I'm going to play the three, probably he's going to play the three ball next. He's going to want to go down table, I think, and take out that seven ball that's up in the corner. Clear the path for the two. If the positioning is right, he may try to get this five ball out of the way first. Now the six, okay. Well, it looks like he's going to put the six ball, then go down for the seven. Might have to end up playing the two in the opposite corner. Making quick work of this rack here. He's sitting pretty good for the two now, but he may elect to has a decision to make here, because he has to get back down table for the eight. Not only does he have to get back down table, he has to get pretty good angle for that eight ball too. He's moving that ball pretty good around the table, but I suspect he's going to shoot that ball first, so he can. So now he just has the two ball, play the two ball all the way down. Just a nice even stroke out to the middle of the table for the eight ball. Just like that. Ooh, plays a little bit around with that nine ball, but he has more or less made pretty. Oh, it looks like he hooked himself just a tad on that nine. Oh, he did. Wow. So ran that down. Says I missed it by not much, but hooked himself on that nine ball. So it does bring Tim Bird to the table here with an opportunity to try to run out some of these balls, run it down, maybe even take a 1-0 lead. Going to play, first of all, the 15 ball on the side. Now next, the 14 ball. He's kind of looking at it. That 14 ball is a thin cut, so it looks like he's going to pass that up and give a shot at this 13 ball instead. And he went and missed that, and he scratched. So that's going to bring young Kaizer Kaufman back to the table, and with ball in hand, straight on the eight ball, we're going to put him up 1-0. So Tim very animated, not very happy with the opportunity that he had at the table. Very boisterous about it, very animated. So Kaizer Kaufman now had just an ever so slight edge according to the Fargo rating system going into this match. Now that improves to almost a 2-1 odds. Kaizer and Tim both going to 7 here. This is the gold bracket winner's side match. Tim's going to break from the side, and I think he wasn't sure if he was trying to hit the second ball. He hit sort of between the first and the second ball. But he did pocket one, so taking a look here at the solids. Solids are looking pretty good. There's a couple of balls down there, the 6 and the 2, that are sitting a little funny, but we'll see how he plays shape on them. Getting rid of the balls down this end of the table. Just going to float forward for the shot at the 3 in the other corner. All right, well, this is where things start to get a little bit more tricky now. So not just ball cleanup at this point. He's going to have to play shape for this ball, the 2 ball. Shooting the 3 ball, a couple of choices. He can come at it from the side of the 4, or he can come at it from the side of the 5. It looks like he's going to be playing from the side of the 4. And kind of looked at it almost like he's going to try to bring this cue ball forward 2 rails. He's decided instead to shoot the 5 ball. Didn't like the angle he left himself on the 4, I guess. May have to end up playing the combo here if he doesn't get a little bit better of an angle. Well, he touched that 6 ball, bumps it, so he's got to play it up in the corner there. Provided he makes the shot, it's not bad shape for the 2. It's a little draw. And he didn't really like the results of that shot. He did manage to hold it pretty well for the 2, but it's all for naught because that brings Kaizer back up to the table. Kaizer most likely going to shoot that 15 ball here, which he does. 12 ball will be next. He's going to, I believe he's going to try to use that 11 ball as a transition to move back down the table. He got into that one a little bit heavier than I think he would have liked. He'd like to take that 11 ball next, but he'll settle for this 13 if he doesn't like the shape on the 11. Kaizer up already 1 game to none in this race to 7. And he doesn't really like the shape on the 13 either because that could potentially run him into his opponent's ball. Shoots a nifty little shot in the corner there. Does he get on enough for the 10? I believe he did. We'll see soon enough here. Looks like he did. Gonna probably try to draw out of this. No, he's going forward, it looks like. Oh, wow. He tried to go forward to the ball and just mishit it. Gives Tim Bird a chance back to the table. Tim with a thin little slice on the 2 and hits it. Gonna try to skirt this 6 ball by that 10. Pro Cup pockets. It's Might be a little bit tricky endeavor, but he does just fine with that. Leaves himself the 8-ball for the side pocket. And he takes that home. Well, it's 1-1. These guys aren't wasting any time. We've played 2 very quick games here. And averaging about 5 minutes apiece. Well, that game was a little bit longer than the first. The first game looked like Kaizer was going to run that table out. Kaizer misses the 8-ball. Tim takes shot, scratches, leaves Kaizer the ball in hand on the 8-ball. And so this game pretty much took the majority of the rest of the time. The first game took maybe a minute. And these guys moving around the table pretty quick. Kaizer now comes with a break from the side. He does hit the center ball still. And that ball gets kicked around, and ends up in the side pocket. So Tim Bird comes in. He's got ball in hand to start out. Ball in hand anywhere on the table. Both balls stayed tied up a little bit. Neither of them, in my estimation, are a distinct advantage. There's going to have to be some breakouts and safety play potentially before this particular game is over. Tim looking to take that 15 ball to start out here. He's also kind of looking at the 10. With ball in hand, he has an option to be able to reposition it. He sat it down, but it remains ball in hand until such time that he actually attempts a shot. 15 ball is what he elects here. Let's see if he takes that 10 ball that he was looking at next. No, he's got the 14. Probably going to go into the 2 or the 9 here. Well, he does do a breakout, but he goes for the breakout on the 13 ball. And it looks like that worked out pretty good for him. That 12 ball is not sitting in a good spot over there on that rail. Still got some work to do. He's got the 11 ball here. He's going to have to get some pretty nifty shape on that 12 ball, and then those other balls to run out. Well, he's definitely got a shot at the 12 here. He's trying to figure out where do I need to be in order to be able to pocket that 10. So he's going to look at maybe drawing this ball back a little bit so he can get between that window of the 6 and the 3. Which he did get between the window of the 6 and the 3, but kind of tried to steer it a little bit, it looked like. And thus he ended up missing the shot. Kaizer comes back to the table. Kaizer kind of looking things over, taking a look and see, does that 2 ball go into that corner? Kind of looks from here like it does. The 3 ball is what he's choosing to shoot. Going to clear out that 1 ball here, maybe even try to play shape for the 2 here. Yes, he does. The 8 ball is a little bit of a weird spot here. Let's see when he attempts to go for that. Kind of let that cue ball go down table a little more than I think he would have liked. Does have a shot at the 7 here, either a cut or a bank. Neither really probably the shot he would like to be shooting, but we'll see how he plays it. looks like he's cutting this one. In fact, he does. Oh, cue ball ends up in the side pocket. So Tim Bird comes up, has a chance here to pull in the lead, 2-1. Kaizer Kaufman, according to FargoRate, has just FargoRate, just a never so slight edge for a chance to win this match. Tim Bird trying to tip the scale in his favor by winning this third game. And with ball in hand, that is a not a bad way to try to start. So the 9-ball, he may just try to stop this. He may elect to draw it back a little bit. It's pretty much just going to tap in that ball. Let's see what he does with that 12 ball now. Nifty little draw shot. And he has the 8-ball straight in the corner. So Tim Bird comes up. He takes a 2-1 lead. You're listening and watching the 2016 BCAPL Wisconsin State Championship from Chula Vista Resort and Water Park in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. I'm Gennaro Vasquez, the commentator for the match, the live stream here. It's a great facility. If you've never been to Wisconsin Dells, it's a nice area, nice little resort town, and not really that little anymore either. Chula Vista Resort and Water Park, they have several different water parks right on the same property. It's an expansive property where they have several different types of housing, like villas and also the traditional style hotel settings, but they also have an indoor water park, outdoor water park. It's quite a beautiful place surrounded by woods, and got the river that runs right alongside the property, so it's a very pleasant stay here at the Chula Vista. Tim Bird comes up and he has a really great break. Those balls spread pretty well. He's going to take a shot at this 10 ball here. And he did not step lightly on that shot. He just fired that ball in. Seems like that worked out really well for him, because now he's got this 9 ball. And other than that, all the rest of his balls are right in the middle of the table. Not really sure what he's playing. They called it 12 ball. And it eked its way in there. Boy, he's sitting good now. $13 ball, $15 ball, $14 ball, and then the 8 ball in the same corner. He's playing this 8 ball. Or he just played that ball, I should say. That's where he'll play the 8 ball. This one he just has to more or less stop it. Might float forward an inch or so, which he certainly does. This ball pretty much a stop shot. Maybe just a half ball forward. There we go. Straight in for the 8 ball. Well, he made some quick work of that one. That break and run puts him up 3-1 now. He started off as a slight underdog, ever so slight underdog to Kaizer Kaufman, according to the FargoRate system at the start of the match. They're both racing to 7. Tim Bird, though, takes that 3-1 lead And that now gives him a 3-1 chance to win this match, according to the FargoRate system. But Kaizer seems like he's very eager to get back to the table, to break these balls and see what he can do. Well, a ball did go in, but wow, those a lot of them stayed right in the rack area. So if Kaizer is going to try to reciprocate by running this out, he's got a little work to do. Stripes are pretty open, though. There's a lot of balls in the rack area, but for the most part, there is a home for every striped ball. Kind of a little bit of a weird angle here. Going to play the 10 ball. Oh, he just decides I'm going to play safe and taps the ball to the point where he just freezes Tim up on his ball, on the 14 ball there. So Tim says, I guess the 6 ball. So let's see how it works out here. And the 6 ball he did hit. Got a legal hit on a solid there, ball in the rail, so that leaves Kaizer pretty much a pretty difficult combo shot. Oh, he made that look easy. Wow. That was that was not an easy shot, but he sure made it look easy. Balls are sitting a little funny. He's going to have to play good shape ball. This takes care of all the problems. He makes this 15 ball. Wow, yeah, that made a big difference now. Every single one of the balls has a home. He can make this 11, just a little draw. So he can, he thinks better of it, and he's going to play that 10 ball first. So he'll play this 9 next, leave himself for the 12 ball. And then the 11 ball will be the key ball, I believe, for the 8 ball. And indeed, looks he's just going to take another gander at the angle to that 11 ball. Decides to put a little draw in there. Nice little stop shot. Well, Kaizer came out gunning out of his chair here, and he breaks and runs that rack. And I said at the beginning of that one, he'd have to do a little work to get it done, and he accomplished it. Did play that safety. Tim got a good hit, but Kaizer comes right back the next shot and makes that nice combo to start the run out. And right now, Tim Bird 3-2 over Kaizer Kaufman. It's a race to 7. And that changes the odds now. Tim Bird, with that slight lead, now a 2-1 favorite. 63% to Kaizer's 37%, FargoRate says, for the estimation of who to win this match. It's a mathematical calculation. And it looks like Tim is going to go ahead and take a break here. So we're at Chula Vista Resort and Water Park. We can take a quick break as well, and we'll be back in just a minute. And back here, Tim Bird getting ready to break on the 6th game of the match. Ball spread pretty well. He, would really like stripes here. Does he have a shot at a stripe? Stripes are, I would say, a fair amount better simply because the 3-ball and the 5-ball are tied up. The 15-ball kind of blocks access to the corner pocket. Really, he's going to play safe right off the bat here because he really wants stripes, and I don't think he can get them. So, going to try to leave Kaizer so that he can't pocket a stripe. Both players are going to really want stripes here. Kaizer does have depends on how bad he really wants a chance to run this out, because he does have a bank on that 13 ball. Once back in the corner where he's standing. My guess is he's going to play it too. And he hits it a little hard.
Yeah, there's so much shit tied up, it doesn't matter.
Tim's chance at the table here, second chance. Didn't really have a good shot at stripes the first time. Doesn't really have a great shot at stripes the second time either. But it's pretty obvious that he does want stripes, because otherwise one of them could easily be pocketing a solid here, but solids aren't nearly as bad now since that 15 ball is out of the way. There's a combination to the corner there. Kaizer takes a little gander at that, trying to decide if he in fact wants to take solids. Calls the 10 ball here, and he makes it. So Kaizer's off to the races on these stripes. Not much standing in his way. I guess the one thing that he has to try to figure out here is the 13 balls on the other end of the table. So find a way to navigate down to that ball. Plenty of opportunities here to do so, but then get up table for a nice shot on one of those balls. Gonna play the 9. And shoot the 15. Looks like he's gonna go. Looks like he's gonna elect to go from the 13 ball. Bring this ball around a couple of rails for the 8 ball. Boy, this young guy makes it look easy. He evens up the match on this one, 3 apiece. So it's now 3-3 in this race to 7. Really is the difficult shot was that first one. That was the one why they had to keep kind of playing a little bit of safeties back and forth, because that 10 ball just didn't seem to want to go by in the pocket, but eventually Kaizer felt it worthwhile to go for a little bit of a tough shot where he had to squeeze it off the rail and then pocket the ball. The ball went in the hole, and Kaizer, as I said, was off to the races. And it's his turn to break. So he's certainly looking a bit in the groove here. If he gets a good break, Tim better watch out, because he's could find himself down the game right away. wasn't a good break. The balls really congregated to one side of that table. That quadrant, there is a lot of balls that ended up in that quadrant. 10 balls of the 10 of the 15 balls ended up in that one little quadrant. Well, Tim has some opportunities here. I'll see what he likes to do. This ball is pretty straight in. Not going to be able to do much for a breakout or anything. I suspect what he's going to do is he's going to find a safety here. Maybe pin him against the 3 ball. Something to that effect. And maybe shoot that 2 and pin him against the 3. He does call the safety. And he does play safe. In the process, he ties up his ball a little bit. Kaizer has an easy hit on a ball. Not even really sure he wants to pocket a ball. So tell you what, though, that was a nice play by that young man. Left Tim kind of where he's right up against his own ball there. Easy hit, but Tim makes the most of it. Kind of shimmies out the one ball and to the rail, back behind the one. Kaizer going to be kicking at a ball here to get a legal hit. Calls the safety. And he gets a hit on the 13. 13 gets a rail. It's a good hit. Tim's going to play another safety, I believe. And he hit the 4 ball and shimmy behind there. Kaizer quickly gets up there to shoot. Leaves that 3 ball and that 8 ball in a pretty bad spot. Tim wants that 3 ball out of there, though, so he's going to maybe bump it out of there. Maybe try to take the cue ball to the top rail. Well, lots of safety play as these players are trying to get those balls out of that really awkward spot where 10 of the balls ended up in that same quadrant. Well, they're all open now. We'll see what Tim Bird has an opportunity here. We're tied at 3. You see, according to FargoRate, Kaizer has just a 2% advantage over Tim Bird. That's based on their ratings. Tim counts the 6 in the side past that 15 ball, which he goes ahead and executes. Gonna try this 4 ball here in the corner. If he makes it, he's probably sitting pretty good. It's kind of bridging over those balls. It's a little awkward, and he does miss it. He's not happy with that shot, but he didn't really leave Kaizer a great shot. So, see what Kaizer comes up with here, but Kaizer just kind of lays the cue ball up there. Pretty sure Tim's got a shot at that 3 ball. He's a long way down the table, but So making this ball, I'm not sure is going to be the problem. It's a matter of making sure he has a shot afterward. And he hits that one with some steam, all right. Comes all the way back down to the second diamond on the other side of the table. Got the 7 ball here. And play that past the 1 in the corner pocket. Yep, and that makes it easy. Tim's a little flat on this 1 ball. I think he's a little flat. I think he might have some angle to go forward if he wants to. He does. Oh boy, he didn't get as far forward as he'd like on that. His customary animated gesture for the 8 ball. And he nails that 8 ball. Wow, that was I'd say that was a medium difficulty shot at least. And
Clutter break. It wasn't a safe break, it's a clutter break.
he fired that ball straight into the corner pocket. So this race to 7, Tim Bird has that 4-3 lead now. This is the 2016 BCAPL Wisconsin State Championship at Chula Vista Resort and Water Park. I'm Jadero Vasquez. My broadcasting position is at the head of the table, about 15 feet up in the air from that position. And watching a good match here. These guys are really going at it here. Tim Bird and Kaizer Kaufman, neither afraid here. They are attacking this table, playing judicious safeties. But for the most part, we have seen some run-out pool. Tim, for the first time, does not pocket a ball in the break. Kaizer looking at the solids here. Comes up with a nice shot there. Thinking about cutting that 3 ball. He's going to either cut the 3 ball or shoot over it, one or the other. Might as well shoot it, he says. And he significantly undercut that ball. But Tim Bird's going to come up here. See what he has to say about it. Tim has a couple of trouble balls down the other end. Once again, there's a lot of balls right around the spot. The 10 ball is kind of in a weird spot because it doesn't really go in any pocket. He's going to have to clear a ball out of the way of that 10 ball before he can pocket it anywhere. Oh, that's going to be a scratch. Oh, man, that is not going to be a good thing for Tim, I suspect, here. As Kaizer has been playing very strong. Tim's been playing good, too, though. Kaizer tears into that shot. He's got the 5 ball coming up here. Boy, kind of, oh, wow, we got hold of all of that one, I'll say that. He's going to probably have to bank this 3 ball. I don't know if he can get to that 7. Yeah, it looks like he's going to. Yep, he did have to bank it. He let that cue ball kind of get away from him a little bit on that last leave. In the process of missing that shot, though, he made that 13 ball a very difficult ball. And the 15 ball is sitting in such a position that he can shoot the 15 ball now. He almost In a way, he has to shoot the 15 ball, but has no really great way of getting back down the table, which is where he needs to be. He could really load up on drawing this shot. Maybe low with some, lots of low with running English, and try to pocket that ball and spin it back up the table. He does call the 15 ball, not surprisingly for the corner pocket. And he does ute it, and boy, he come out smelling like a rose out of that. He did, in fact, use that running English to move up the table. Tim trying to figure out how to get good shape on that 13 ball. Seems like all he's got to do is come around two rails here. He'll go forward while shooting this 14. Go forward, hit around the first diamond, come around near the first diamond on the other side, and kind of spin up for the 13 ball. Can't imagine he wanted that much angle on that ball. Oh, that's a... Taking a second look at that, that's a little tricky. That 13 ball, he's got to cut it. That cue ball is going to go right near that side pocket. He's going to, he might end up banking this ball back up to the upper corner up here. And he says, nope, I'm going to cut it. But it's... The problem here is the angle. Can we cut to the other camera that you might be able to see here? It's the angle that he's sitting at, because the cue ball will come off that 13. In order to cut it in that corner pocket, he pretty much has to go near that side pocket. I wouldn't be too surprised if he ends up banking this shot up to the, from our perspective, the bottom right corner. Let's see what he does here. He really doesn't like it. I don't blame him. Not, just taking a long look at this one. He just doesn't like it. And, part of the issue is two things. Well, first of all, provided he doesn't scratch, trying to get position on that 8 ball is... Yeah, he verifies once again. He's going to go... And he does. He doesn't scratch. He doesn't pocket the ball either, though. Well, that was definitely one of the considerations on there, simply because he sort of undercut that ball. And that's really the way he avoided the scratch, is by undercutting the ball. If he had cut that ball the way that he really needed to, I think the cue ball could have been in the subway. Kaizer back to the table now. He really wants to even this score. That's a good chance to do so. Plays it very nicely for the shot in the side, I believe. He's going to try that 4 ball. He's going to have to go up to the top rail and come back out, but from that angle shouldn't be too tough to do. Wow, he kind of lets that one go. You really hit that one with some steam. Watch out for this 13 ball over there. Well, he skims off it. I was wondering if it might get trapped off there. Doesn't get trapped off there, but it does sort of take him off angle a little bit. But he cuts that 8 ball on the side like no problemo. So Kaizer does go ahead and tie it up 4-4. Wow, what a good match this has been. It's been back and forth, but it hasn't has not been because of poor play. They have both been playing quite well. So 4-4, the 2016 BCAPL Wisconsin State Championship here at Chula Vista Resort and Water Park. I'm Gennaro Vasquez. We've got a nice one here. It's the Gold Division winner's side match. We have Kaizer Kaufman and Tim Bird knotted at 4 apiece. Kaizer is breaking in this race to 7. See what Kaizer does. He's been breaking off that rail. Hasn't had the greatest success with that, but he's sticking with it. Doesn't scratch. Again, a couple of balls stay up near the spot. But he does pocket a ball. Ball's going to be a little bit of the tricky ball here. He's got a couple of little tricky position plays here. 15 ball is not really in the grandest of spots either. 12 ball is going to be next. Probably have to leave himself with a 15 here. Oh, wow. It gets... Now he's going to have to shoot over that 1. That is not going to make things any easier for him. Especially considering he's kind of got to shoot this at an angle. That cue ball, he's going to have to hit this one pretty good. And he undercuts it just a tad. Well, that brings Tim Bird back to the table. Tim Bird with solids, trying to figure out if he wants to shoot that 2 ball. I mean, he has a chance to shoot that 2 ball right now and break out the 7. He has a chance to maybe think he's going to play a combination. Oh, that's a tough, wow, that is a tough combination. He hits it so well, though. Wow, yeah. That the 4 ball was not laying that well in the side pocket, but he hit that very well. And then he plays that in the side. He goes and ties up that 5 ball again. Tim taps the chalk on the table a couple of times. Trying to figure out, all right, so here's where I'm sitting. That 5 ball got a little tied up again. Doesn't go in the side. Might go up in that, from our perspective, the top left corner. But let's wait and see what he tries to do here. Call a safety. Use Kaizer pretty much a kick shot. Gets a good hit. Doesn't want to break out that 5 ball, whatever he does. And so he ends up getting a good hit. Tim comes back to the table here. So far, this has been the longest game of the match. Even that game where 10 balls ended up in that little cluster. They got through that pretty fast. It's a tight race right now, and we're right at that tipping point. It's 4-4. Neither of these guys want to be the first one to blink. Tim plays the combination, and he breaks out the 5-ball. Boy, that's a good shot. That was a really nice shot. Makes that combination, breaks out the 5-ball. Play the 5-ball here. Sitting good. I thought he might try to play that 7-ball first. He's got a little bit of a funny angle for it. But that one sitting right there makes that very easily. Lines himself straight up for the 7. He's just going to draw this back, maybe a foot back from where the cue ball is now. Basically replaces the cue ball. Takes this spot shot, half ball hit, and he puts it in the subway. So Tim goes ahead and gets out, makes that nice breakout shot. It's 5-4. This would be, they're trying to figure out whose break it is. It's 5-4. This is an even game. So the even games will be Tim's break. Looks like they got her figured out. The FargoRate system being updated. Tim Bird takes that 5-4 lead. He has to get 2 games before Kaizer to 3. This is table number 1 at the Chula Vista Resort and Water Park. BCAPL, Wisconsin State Championship. Really fine match here in the gold division. It is Tim Bird versus Kaizer Kaufman. This match has been back and forth, and Tim Bird coming up. His last break or two have been sensational, and wow, again, he pockets a lot of balls and leaves himself pretty nice. These stripes look so good. He's going to play this combination to start out. Oh, wow. This is looking very runnable at this point. Played the 11 ball. Maybe come off the rail for the 10. Then the 13 ball. Just tap this 10 ball to the side. Tap this 10 ball into the corner. Play the cue ball off the side, leaving himself with a 13. Now he'll take this 13, just a touch of draw, maybe a little left, if he really feels like it. He just wants to get fairly straight in on that 12. And he dribbled the ball in. These tight pockets, boy, they are nothing to play with. Just pretty much a draw shot here. Stay on this side of the 4. Straight in the pocket, and boy, he made that look easy. Oof, rattles it in again. Couple of balls were sort of struggling to hold on there, but he found a way to get out. And he takes a 6-4 lead now. That's going to make him a pretty big favorite. Kaizer, if this is the time that he's going to step up, he's going to have to do it right now in order to stay on the winner's side. I'm not sure if that's where Kaizer's from, but he's wearing a t-shirt that talks about Omaha, Nebraska. And he's 13 ball and the 7 ball. Dry break is not That was not what Kaizer ordered in that situation. He needed a break and run very badly. So now he kind of just sort of helplessly watches as Tim is kind of lining up here. Tim's probably going to take stripes here. Going to shoot this 13 ball first. Sets himself up perfectly for the 9 ball. I think that 9 ball passes by there. He's not even looking at that 9 ball. Well, he might have been, but now he's shooting the 15. Puts that in the hole. Don't know if that's the shape he was looking for. He kind of blinked a little bit after he shot that one. Might have been looking to come out a little bit more. Well, that 9 ball is not sitting in a great place. He may have this 14 ball. He's got quite a cut on this 10 ball. It's going to be pretty hard to hold it for that 9. He may even try to cheat it a little bit and play this 10 off the 2. Kind of clear out that pocket. Might not be that bad of a shot. I don't think he can draw it enough to break out the 9. He's got a pretty steep angle here. Yeah, I guess he could. Just enough to grab a little piece of that 9 ball, but it's not. Got a pretty decent bank shot here. Reason why he's got such a good bank shot is that 2 ball sitting down there extends that pocket quite a bit. So even if he kind of goes long on this shot, he has a good chance of pocketing it. Let's see where the cue ball ends up for the 9 ball. And as you might be able to tell, he was a little bit dissatisfied with the outcome of that shot. He pocketed that ball like it was laser guided. As far as a bank shot was concerned, there was no extra pocket needed, but hooks himself on his way to the 9 ball. Makes a nice attempt at it. Gets a legal hit, but nonetheless, Kaizer comes up. Couple of chances here. He's going to shoot the 1 ball. Puts that right down subsequently. He's going to shoot the 7 ball here. I'm sure he would. Oh, look at that shot. Nice, nifty little leave for the 4 ball. I was just going to say that's the ball he really needs to get on to make this a much easier run out. So he's got the 2 ball. Floats it down table. Gives the 6 a little kiss on the way by. He's going to shoot the 5 ball, bring it up to the top rail. Back out. Shoot the 6 ball here. Go to the rail, leave himself a nice angle on the 3. Oh, he's just going to draw this ball. Give himself a nice little angle on the 3 to get down table for the 8. And he sure does that. So Kaizer says, sorry, Tim, not going to be that easy. We're going to play at least 1 more. So Kaizer goes ahead and wins that game. 6-5, and it's did they get out of order here? Because Kaizer broke first, believe. Well, Tim Bird has the lead 6-5 still. Tim's on the hill in this race to 7. Tim has a 75% chance of prevailing at this point. Kaizer, according to the statistics, FargoRate says you have a 25% chance. Kaizer says, well, let me have a crack at this one. See what I can do to change those odds back to my favor. We've had several runouts by both of these guys, and boy, those balls broke out so nice. Wow, those stripes are looking, those stripes are begging to be knocked in the hole here. So not really too many obstructions. Guys are just going to have to be kind of careful as he moves around the table. Boy, I think that is, wow, that could end up being pretty costly. Maybe it lined up for him. He's sure looking at it like it did. Well, he plays the 10 ball. Actually worked out pretty good for him, just in case he doesn't run out here, because now he's kind of pushed that 14 ball in a place where only he can make it. Tim can't get that 6 ball to pass by, but I don't think Kaiser is even looking at Tim getting the table here. Kaiser is like all systems go on this run out. Going to have to take a little bit of a steeper shot on this 14, I think, than he would really like. He's going to probably shoot the 9 here. Wow. He ends up, does he go too far down? Hard to say. He might be in trouble here. Yeah, oh boy. Came about a foot too far to the side, so he's going to have to play a cross corner. Well, this is... Tim doesn't have an easy out, but this could be the shot of the match for Kaizer. Oh, did he hit that good? Wow. You hear even Tim telling him, congratulating him on that nice shot there. Wow, how'd he hit that one, guys? That cross corner? Nice shot. Jeez. And here we are, hill. It's 6-6. We'll see what ends up happening. You would expect Tim to have a bit of an advantage here simply because he's breaking. Fargo rating says 50-50 chance. And yes, they do have a pretty much even chance at the game. But there's been several break-in runs here. Tim Bird says, well, I'd love there to be one more. This is table number 1, the gold division of the winner's side on the men's bracket. The 2016 BCAPL Wisconsin State Championships at Chula Vista Resort and Water Parks. I'm Gennaro Vasquez, commentator for this live streaming match. And if Tim ever needed a good break, this is it. And he does get a good break. I think stripes are what he's going to elect for here. Taking a look at that 15 ball, either set of balls really is runnable. But to me, to my eye, it looks like stripes are maybe just a little bit more so. He's going to shoot this 12 ball, maybe even try to get on that 10 right off the bat. Oh, wow. That could end up proving to be a catastrophic miss. Let's see what ends up happening here. That could end up being a catastrophic miss. The way Kaizer's been playing. And I'll tell you what, those solids aren't that bad. Kaizer doesn't have a great shot at a stripe. He's going to just say, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shoot these solids. Five ball's a little tricky. Eight ball also not sitting in the best of spots. Oh, now it's... Watch out. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Catches just a little piece of that eight ball. Didn't really even look like he hit it that hard. He sort of hit it medium speed. And catches a little piece, thins out that eight ball, and finds its way into the corner pocket. So Tim Bird, new life. He's got those stripes that he wanted so badly to start out. Now they're all broke out. Still got to play pretty good shape on this 10 ball, but he probably would be best served to take a moment and really ponder what he wants to do here. He's not happy with it, but it's not really. He would love to have got on that 10 ball. It's not really that bad. He can instead of trying to draw back and play shape, he elects to kind of knock it loose here. Try to play the 10 on the side. The diamond table with the pro cut pockets. That side pocket can be kind of tricky sometimes. He plays it quite well. 13 ball. He wants to come around and take a look at that 11 ball, at the 15 ball. Really wants to look at his options here. Tim Bird looking like he wants to end this right here, right now. And he's sitting in a position where he can do it. He's got that 14 ball. Looks like he's going to try to play shape up here where that 1 ball is. And he ekes it in. That's a little funny position here. Better take another look at this one, Tim. He wanted to get up there and shoot that shot fast, but I think he's going to want to take a good look at this one here and really figure out the angle he wants to shoot, because he's going to have to go to the top rail on this and come back down a little bit. He does not have a good angle to hold it for that 15 ball on the side. And pretty much the side is the only place that 15 ball is going to go. Going to come up this top rail and spin it back down. Well, this is pretty much it. He can make this ball. He's got to play shape for the 8 ball. He's hitting this pretty thin. We've seen some shots get away from people hitting shots thin. Tim really taking a look at this one, trying to make sure he's going to not lose control. Oh, he plays it off the 8 ball. Watch out for the scratch. Cutting this 8 ball to the corner pocket. There is a scratch here. If not one, rail 2. Cuts it in, and that ball's not going to scratch. He comes out on top. What a match. Wow. Lots of great shots. Tim Bird comes out on top on it. That race to 7. Table number 1, Tim Bird.